I am curious. Ah, okay. They're neckers. Are they? Where are you going? Level 8 necker? That's a little bit higher than we usually find in neckers. They're usually 6. It's a little surprising. And these are probably more of them? Yep. Good guess. And the classic dramatic necker death and then roll after dead. This was, what, a slightly different route than the one that we took? I don't even know if it was. Yet we didn't find those neckers the first time around, for some reason. In that case, we'll keep on moving here. We'll head on up, and I'm a little surprised that we can't loot the people as well, but I suppose. We got our goods from getting that guarded treasure. And... oh. Range. Now, we could theoretically, I'm assuming, start to head north. What is that? Endrigas of various varieties. You're just a worker. Oh, let's throw. It's something that we can teleport from. But it also looks like there's some bigger Endrigas over here. Yeah, those look like Endriga eggs. This is like firmly in Endriga territory. That's the big Endriga that I was referring to, the warrior. Oh, you are pursuing me rather aggressively at the moment, actually. Worker is, at least. Maybe that was a coincidence. Maybe it wasn't. Ow. Don't do that. Yeah, your friend is here as well. I was kind of hoping that was not going to be the case. We are level 11, which is not out of the question. Definitely fought some Endriga warriors in the past, but they're trickier than your friend here. And we should heal up in anticipation of this fight. 10 charge. Now remember, your tail whip attack is difficult to avoid. Love to get to full HP first, so I'm just going to bide my time here a tiny bit. And then, we'll take you on. And immediately lose our quest. Expecting you to use the tail whip, but I don't remember exactly what your attack patterns tend to be. Now you are running away. Please do not do that when I have the Quen on. The whole point of having Quen on is to attack you. Nope, not yet. There we go. Again. I mean, we do block the first hit, at least in that case. Whoa! Don't know if we've seen that one before. Also just became radiant all of a sudden. Hey, please come back. I'd like to do this. And that was also a dramatic death. We actually beat you. I don't think we could, so we're technically in a fight. Okay. Is there anything else over here? Yes. There are more Endrigas. Here is the fast travel location I was looking for. But I think we take you guys out first. Ow. I forgot we had switched over to Igni rather than Quen. Oh! And it's actually a location for people to re-inhabit. Despite the fact that there are Endriga eggs all over the place. Yeah, you know, maybe a questionable location to establish camp, but okay. You do you. Okay.
You know, Witcher, folk can say what they will. Me, I'll never forget what you did for us.
Oh, thanks, man.
Not looking good, I tell you.
But it's not looking good.
What's you in the broad world?
Oftentimes, you will find there's someone to trade with.
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
When we liberate an area or whatnot. Excuse you. Saved you. Apparently not this time.
What he was good.
Okay. Let's check the map. Where exactly did we end up? This random little... is it an island? Yes, technically it's connected here. But maybe it's not, but it's remote, at the very least. We could maybe boat our way back somewhere over here. But let's use the fast travel to make our way back to Kira.
Look at the spot.
And so... Remind me where that is. It's up here, right? Not sure if Forest Hut or Midcops is actually closest. Midcops should have some people to talk to. I think we might be able to talk to a trader. Can we trade / sell things to the blacksmith? Merchant!
A bazaar, some tortoise shells.
Please let us sell some
What
things
else
to
you have on offer?
Corpse teeth and kidney stones. Tried.
Okay. And he even has some rotting flesh. Oh, yes. Okay, most of all, I'd like to dump some hides, because I think those are things that you will be willing to purchase, and also that are fairly heavy, and are somewhat valuable. All the ashes we could have dropped as well. I mean, sure, we'll sell them, but not that it would have made a huge difference weight-wise, but so be it. They're gone now. And we could theoretically hold on to these to turn them into crafting materials, but I think we've done a fair amount of that with the hides before, because we tend to have been picking those up in the past. And pretty soon this guy's going to run out of monies, but not before we sell him most of our stuff. Don't remember. We might be able to turn the seashell into a useful crafting material. I vaguely remember that we were saying that there's some cool stuff that we can do with that, and that did give ourselves a little more wiggle room from a weight standpoint, so that is good to see. You actually will purchase weapons and armor from us. That is a good sign. That might be another way for us to get rid of some things that are weighing us down. Like these pretty bad chest plates that cost just the right amount for you to buy them off of us. Is there anything that we want from you? We could potentially pick up some repair kits. That might not be a bad idea. And getting some of these items here, I mean, they're expensive, yes, but these are the types of things that if we were to break them down into materials, I think we would find that they are very useful. Granted, I'm not thinking that we should prioritize that so much that, you know, they're taking like a tenth of our total coins just to get one of these. Probably better off to just be looking forward to picking them up on occasion from looting, but not actually trying to purchase them directly from vendors, at least not in our current financial state. We're doing okay, don't get me wrong, but I'm assuming that we'd probably be better off at this stage purchasing weapon upgrades and armor upgrades rather than getting just items to later break down, spend money to break them down, and turn them into crafting materials that we would use to make into armor and weapon upgrades, which would, again, cost us more money. So, overall, I think it's not the most cost-efficient strategy, at this stage at least. Now, we do have some old weapons, like the Viper Sword does pain me a little bit at this stage to think about selling that, because that was one of the first things that we crafted. But at the same time, it might have been the very first thing that we did craft. But we have started to outshine it, I think, to a certain extent. We have at least one, if not two other silver swords that have put it well in our rearview mirror at this point. So it is kind of just weighing us down. But granted, you also can't really buy it from us at the moment. So, never mind that. Farewell to you.
So long.
Are there any other merchants in here, though? Also, oh, maybe. Anyone that's gonna get mad at us? There's that guy with the torch. It's also a vial. Means almost nothing to us.
Daddy says you killed the beast that was eating folk.
You
We
ain't
can
safe
probably-
unless you got a Gabrielle.
Or we should have
The
sold the armor
autocrat
to you, because I
one-handed
think it would have been
Gabrielle
worth a little bit more.
ensures You get the first shot. And
Still
the
don't understand
last
why this
word.
guy keeps on talking about Gabrielle.
Let me have a look.
Do we
at
have
your
anything
stock.
else that we still want to sell, though, that we weren't able to because the other guy was not able to purchase anything anymore from us? Well, sell this for a little bit more. Yeah, actually, we sold it for like 43 or so. the other vendor, and this was 60 something, so it's like a 50% increase. That's not insignificant. Let's dump the bad stuff. Relic things I'm a little more hesitant to do. So I think we'll settle for this here. Maybe take another look at your manuscripts. Maybe even, again, crafting materials, I'm hesitant to buy them outright. Rather rely on getting those things from the stuff that we get loot. Let's see. The other thing is, I don't actually know, can you get multiple of the same diagram? Like, theoretically, could we accidentally end up purchasing a diagram that we already have? I'm pretty sure we can. I don't remember offhand if we have gotten any of these glyph diagrams yet. We may have. So I'm hesitant to go that route as well. Wow, these pretty much nothing armor pair of gloves are actually better than the ones we currently have, which is kind of sad. Probably still be looking for a bigger upgrade than that for us to make that move. No, let's not throw any weapons at those people. They don't deserve it. Let's head over to Kira, though. Now that we're fairly close. Here is that stone that we heard about. Oh, didn't tell us about that earlier. Kira should be right over here, though. Will there be a line of people in front of her door this time? Maybe not. Will we be able to loot all of her pretty decent herbs? Oh, looks like we can't. Probably won't need this many of them, but you never know. It may be worth taking a closer look at which of those, at least potions, we can pick up.
Why did he need them?
Bloody rodents.
Huh?
Better to have stuffed them with a poison, or crushed them into a pulp with a shovel. But
Talking
no.
to the elf?
Did you see what he did with them?
Huh? So yeah, we have definitely picked up many recipes for weapons, armor. That stuff, I think, all requires that we go through one of the craftsmen. However, the potions and explosives we can craft ourselves. So... Huh. Pretty sure we would have a devil's puffball if we were to... Hold on. Or to either meditate or... maybe just shift some things around a little bit here. I thought we had one. Do we really only have two types? Samum and Tamaridium? I don't know. Apparently, that's the case. That is weird that we have the greater recipe, but we don't have the normal recipe. Or maybe we just didn't see it yet. Grape shot. This calcium eclum. We only have one of that. Concoctions. Oh? We can get a basilisk decoction, and we did fight one basilisk. Applies a buff increasing the intensity of a randomly selected sign at dusk and dawn. Lasts longer than other mutagen decoctions. Huh. It's a bit of a roll the dice. You don't know which one you're gonna get, and it may be relevant, it may not be relevant for whatever you're trying to do next, whoever you're trying to fight. But I suppose we can give it a shot. And then this was another one that we recently found. It required... I don't know. Don't have one of those at the moment. So... anything else we actually have the ingredients to make? Not at the... Oh, the werewolf one. We have seen that. We were talking about how there were several different things we might have been able to get with it. Or... several different ways we could use the werewolf mutagen, so we were a little hesitant to invest in the decoction immediately. Now, enhanced necrophage oil, that does sound like that'll be extremely useful. Bear fat, necrophage oil, have that already, so that's good. Rot fiend blood, plenty of that. Plenty of the other ingredients as well. Are in Narnia, a little bit less so, but I think we're still fine crafting this. It's going to be very helpful for us, I think, because we are certainly going to run into plenty of necrophages, and same thing with the insectoid oil. These are some of the plants that we were picking up from just outside Kira's house, and so good thing they are pretty rare, it seems. Good thing that we did pick up so many. Now we can actually get an enhanced insectoid oil already. Yeah, definitely. Fantastic. This one's really straightforward. Bear fat and Nadia petals, we have plenty of those. We also have an enhanced version of that, or do we not have that recipe? We may not have that recipe. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, Blizzard. Take one Golem's Heart. We did just recently fight a Golem, so I'm assuming this only recently became available to us. Whenever you slay an enemy, time slows for a short period of time. That is amazing, at least based on Witcher 1. I know, different game, totally different system, yes, but the memories are strong of how heavily I leaned on that specific potion to get through the Witcher 1 during basically any difficult fight. So if it's anything at all like that, I mean, slowing time is pretty cool, so that alone is reason to make that, right? And we actually have enough to upgrade some traditional mutagens here. Green mutagens as well. Greater green mutagen. Not sure if we had any of those yet, so that is good to see. The red, I think we have the least of that at the moment, so definitely can't do that one yet, but that's a lot of new stuff for us, so especially getting some new oils or upgraded oils for types of enemies that we fight fairly frequently, I think that will prove very helpful. So I like that. Now let's talk to Kira. And what do you have here? Oh, you found a way to make the magic lamp work, it seems.
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You
I mean,
gave me quite a start.
You did invite me.
But now the mage says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp
Excuse
from
me?
the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I mean, you did invite me. Although we could buy ingredients from you, I suppose, because you are an herbalist of some variety, I believe. Mostly this, but I suppose we can ask her about the other things as well.
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None. We can't know too much about one another these days. It's safer that way.
Even tried to contact one another?
We did
I've
ask her
wanted to
about
many
this
times.
previously.
But I've no way of knowing who would answer, or who might be listening.
Yeah, and I think this was the same answer. And this also looks like a familiar question. We'll try it.
Bet you saw this question
Yeah.
coming. What are
I
you
remember
doing
that.
here?
Let me think. Enjoying the country air? Admiring the unspoilt scenery? Or is it furthering the age-old alliance between the city and its breadbasket? No. I'm in hiding, Geralt. Blind to the state of the world? Don't you see what's happening?
Mean the persecution mages now face?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Radovid's new pastime. Pursuing anyone with a whiff of magic about them. Witch hunters. Sound familiar? Murderers scouring the north from end to end, burning books, hanging soothsayers, torturing herbalists.
Okay. We've asked about that. Now,
Changing the subject.
back to the stuff we want to talk about, which is really more so things with the magic lamp and whatever it was she requested us to come here about.
Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
Tends to be the
We
type of thing that
traded for it.
leads people down
He
not so
needed
great
powerful
paths.
magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he want to use it on?
He didn't say.
Okay. I'm a little curious, actually, what you have.
Bet the old witch who lived here left you a bunch of interesting sundries.
She did indeed. I gather you'd like a look.
Very much so.
Let's see. You are loaded in terms of how much money you have. Whoa! Lots of runestones. Potion of clearance. Turns all ability points spent. Develop abilities. Oh, basically it makes so that you can respend your ability points. Okay, that makes sense. We're actually very close to reaching level 11. So, I mean, we were talking about how there were some things that we were about to reach the level 4 in terms of quests, or about to exceed the level 4, so we might want to revisit that pretty soon. Lots of those things. Mostly, though, I'm actually curious about your diagrams. Like I said, I'm hesitant to go the runestone route, however, because I feel like we might have picked some of these up, and I don't necessarily want to risk double purchasing them, if in fact that is a thing. Do you have anything other than runestones, or is that very much your deal? It kind of looks like that's very much your deal. You have the greater versions as well, though. That is interesting. I'm almost certain we would not have those. And the normal ones, like, I'm pretty sure if we did have any, we would just have lesser versions of all these things. So that's a little intriguing. Not necessarily sure we want to purchase all of these right now, because are you seeing how many there are? I mean, they are not terribly expensive in the singular, but collectively, if we were to get all these, then we would probably be broke. Like, there you go. Almost 600 coins, or more than 600 coins there. So the big ones certainly make our wallet a lot lighter. Venom extract. Huh. We gotten any of that yet? Runestone. That's probably one of the things you need for crafting the runestones to begin with. Crafting piece. And maybe you can actually break the lesser runestones down and use that in order to make the greater and normal versions. Basically break the lesser ones down into their components. I can see that being a thing. Okay, it does tell us which books we've already read, so that is helpful. Short lure? They have this lure to attract shorts. We did see some kind of potion that we picked up recently, or a diagram 4 potion that required that we fight some of these guys, get some crafting materials from them. We're getting a lure for them? Maybe. I'm assuming that at some point or another we will just happen across them, and I was kind of thinking that we just wait for that. Travel between two worlds? I don't know how significant it is for us to purchase some of these books that we have not yet read. Aprith. Oh, that's a crafting material, and I think that's actually a pretty good one that we might want to learn how to get. Learn how to craft. There was at least one recipe that required that we have one more calcium equum, so I'm actually tempted to purchase that. And I thought, yeah, one that costs or required an allspice as well. So I'm thinking we take not all 10, like just one, and then just one of these. These are also pretty expensive, comparatively, at least. Not sure of any other ones that we need offhand. We'll do that, and then we can actually go straight into the alchemy screen, which is very helpful. So then we can confirm. And grape shot. Oh, it was grape shot that required the calcium equum. Okay, so we can craft that. Okay, and we do have enhanced grape shot. Requires one more, so theoretically we could buy a little bit there. And long grip, I don't know if we have ever had any of that, or if that's something that we would definitely need to purchase. I mean, getting the base grape shot, it might be good enough for the time being. And then there should be one more thing that we can do. The other herb that we purchased, it's not that. Is it enhanced elementa? I think it was this. Yeah. So maybe not the top of our list in terms of highest priority oils to get, but I did remember that we only needed one more ingredient to craft it. Is there anything else that falls under that category? Don't think you're going to have a cockatrice stomach flying around, Kira. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Same thing there. bear hide. Did just sell a bunch of those. That would be helpful at some point, though. Bison grass? We could purchase one of those. I think an enhanced beast oil would be very helpful for us. So, that might be worth picking up. And what? Really do— oh, it's— I thought that was a Neckarine. I was like, we definitely have many of those. And mistletoe for an enhanced specter oil might also be worthwhile. Wait, so it was mistletoe, and I already forget what the other thing was. I'm gonna just double check there. But let's pick up those things now, on the assumption that you have them. Not that. Where, though? Definitely don't need the suet mushrooms. Plenty of those. Don't know about the Ridley. Mistletoe, what did it look like? Hoping you have it. You may not. I recognize this one. What's this? This is the mistletoe. Okay. So we only needed one, I think. And there was one other thing that we needed for the beast potion, in addition to, obviously, the actual bear hide, but I'm assuming we get a bear hide pretty much whenever we wanted it. Oh, there was one more calcium equum or something else. Might have been the enhanced version of the explosive that we created. Let's check where this leaves us. Should be able to get at least one more, maybe two more things here. We need long groove. Let's get that. Definitely saw that. I know I was saying minutes ago, maybe we don't need to upgrade that one as well, but it's fairly simple for us to do it here. Seems like this is an efficient way for us to get that done. Long groove is this, I think, right? Yeah. Oh no, ooh, my finger was on the button to buy 10. That is devious, that it starts off by having you purchase the maximum amount. Oh, Kira. You are a sneaky salesman there. Okay. There we go. For the upgraded version now. I like that. The Doom Wraith decoction, was that it? That was the one with mistletoe. However, I'm not sure that's necessarily the one we were thinking of. There might be something else that also required mistletoe. I think this is what I had in mind. Yeah, enhanced specter oil. So maybe another reason to pick up more of the mistletoe. Superior beast oil. Oh, there's enhanced and then there's superior. I was like, thought the upgraded one only needed a little bit more of something. That needed a lot more of something. Bison grass would be the other thing that would get us close. Let's get some of that real quick. And then we'll talk to Kira about what she actually had to say to us. Bison grass looks like what, though? Actually, not sure if we have it. Not that. With this? No. It's green. Could buy another mistletoe. Sure. I suppose. Now, I may have passed over it, but I'm not seeing bison grass we were looking for. So I think, I mean, maybe we even sell some stuff to her, because we may find ourselves with a fair bit of some materials that we don't realistically need that much of. Like, we did have a bazillion drowner brains from all the drowners we fought, and they are actually somewhat valuable. We won't get rid of all of them, per se. Or the ghoul bloods, for that matter. But you do have a lot of money, Kira. And we did just buy a fair bit from you. You could definitely be a decent person for us to sell some stuff to. Sell a little bit more. Make up for the cost that we had from getting There's various crafting materials there. Just want to make sure we leave ourselves with a little bit to work with there in case we do need them for crafting purposes later on. But generally speaking, these are things that we'll get from fairly common monsters like drowners and deckers and ghouls, so not too concerned about us not having access to them. You still have 500 coins, wow. You are loaded. In which case, yeah, I think we can be even more aggressive selling some of these things to you. Sure. Oh, shouldn't have sold quite that much there, I don't think, but anyways, we'll get this stuff back fairly quickly, I think. There we go. Okay. Anything else that we have a crazy amount of? Rot Fiend Blood, maybe, although I don't know that we've used that at all yet. There might still be things that we need it for. We have a bazillion of these mushrooms. They are worth 1 apiece. I guess in volume they are worth a little bit. Similar with one of these other plants that we keep on finding. But other than that, yeah. This will get you pretty close to being out of monies. Eventually. But wasn't it also, Wolf's Liver might actually have some purpose for us. But, I suppose that could potentially be something that we could sell as well. But yeah, that puts us in a decent place from a coin standpoint. We actually, on net, gained coins from all that. Now, I think we did ultimately end up getting one more, at least, of the honeysuckle. So yes, more crafting. You guys were saying there were more things that you thought we could create, or that we ought to put a little more emphasis on making sure we were doing some of this alchemy stuff. There you have it. There's a little bit, at least, for you.